Right, we don't really need this at the minute. Just when the judge goes in, that's when we can. Right, Sean, Katie, Sean. So this is a video that I wasn't sure about,
yeah.
but I thought it would be a bit ignorant if we didn't lie down, Archie. I thought we'd be a bit ignorant if we didn't at least acknowledge it. So when you watch this, it won't be live, but we are reacting live to the Johnny Depp Amber Heard verdict, and as in terms of time, it's going to be about 4 minutes. But we're just watching, we're watching the thing.
Johnny Depp isn't actually here, is he? He's doing music.
He's at a concert. Amber Heard's here.
Mm-hmm.
So Katie, I suppose we should start off by saying what our opinions are. And again, this is another one of those things where we've really tried our best in the year and a bit that we've done this to avoid talking about
stuff like this.
Yeah,
controversial.
that's the word I was looking for. Controversial stuff. But what's our opinions?
It was weird because when everything first started between the two of them, I have no shame in admitting that. I was like, oh my god, Johnny Depp abused his ex-wife, because all you saw was a photo of her with a bruise in her face. And
I did not.
Well, yeah, you didn't.
I did not believe.
A photo of her with a bruise in her face, and so I think everyone kind of collectively thought, oh god.
I did not.
Bar a certain few.
Yep.
But obviously, as time's gone on, the truth's come out.
Yep.
The evidence has come forward.
Yep. Going purely off the evidence that's been provided by each team that we've seen,
Mm-hmm. I think it's safe to say most people are on Team
Johnny Depp's. But it's been so weird, whenever people, how when Beyonce announced that she was having twins or whatever, and everyone lost their minds as if they were being invited to the baby shower. I was like, oh my god, Beyonce's having twins. And I was like, me at that time, I was like, what on earth makes you think that I care about that? I don't care that she's having kids. This has felt like something that I've had to pay attention to almost daily.
Yeah. I think the big thing is, though, and I think one of the reasons why this is so important is, one, because it just further proves how the public can be so quick to, turn on someone without any evidence.
Yeah.
Because, like you say, that photo of Amber Heard went viral of her with that bruise on her face, and everyone was like, oh my god, Johnny Depp's an abuser.
Yeah.
It's all over the papers, all over the media. He lost jobs for it. All this stuff, and actually, all this time later, when the evidence has been presented, everyone's kind of turned and gone, actually, no.
Yeah.
It's the other way around.
Yeah.
That also, and the fact that it's already, I saw on Instagram today, male domestic abuse victims have started coming forward.
That's the thing.
Sharing their experiences, and it's good because it needs to happen. People need to realise that men can be victims of domestic abuse, not just women.
This will be a big win for victims, and not just male. This will be a big win for all victims, because it shows that there are vindictive people in the world. Because from all the evidence, my opinion is based purely on the evidence, and it's that, they settled out of court. She was going to get money. She was given money. And then, for some reason, she's still come out and tried to ruin his career, essentially.
I mean, she admitted to writing the op-ed, didn't she? Which
is what this trial is about.
Defamation. She, try to ruin his career, essentially.
And it's like, there's no need to do that when you've been paid. But all she's done is paint herself in a terrible light.
That's the jury coming in now, the judge and jury coming in.
Okay, we're recording now.
Red, it is about 3 o'clock. All right, are we ready for the jury?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
For
everybody in the gallery, reminder that this is a court of law.
the
And,
big thing
regardless of
about
the verdict,
this.
I will not tolerate any outbursts whatsoever. Okay?
Okay, good.
Good for her. The really good thing about this is the Johnny Depp fan club is going to go up, hopefully, and so will the Camille Vasquez fan club, because she's been absolutely awesome.
Its whole team has been awesome. It just goes to show, like, you can tell they care a lot about it.
Yep.
They seem really passionate about it.
Yep. Well, did you see Ben Chew's closing arguments?
Oh yeah, and he went and
And
hugged him after.
he was just getting emotional.
No.
But rightfully, I mean, if you were deciding a man's life, there's this bloke who's, you know, as far as the evidence is proved, it's that he's never done anything like what she's made him out to be. It's his livelihood at stake here.
That's the thing. So far, she's had no like concrete evidence and witnesses to back up that evidence that he has actually abused her, whereas he had a lot of evidence and a lot of witnesses.
Yeah. Stressful.
I know. I'm gonna be so like angry if it doesn't go any further.
If I could have the attorney's approach for a moment.
What?
The attorneys who approach him. It always stresses me out when they were doing this during like the actual, I don't know what it's called, the actual questioning part where they were questioning each individual. I was kind of like, oh, what are they talking about? What are they doing?
Yeah.
It's a shame Johnny Depp isn't able to be there. Like, I would have
I
liked to
know.
have seen his reaction and you know.
I hope he does come out and say something, because even when you look at the comments in this, you see how one-sided the support is. There's next to
He's
no
definitely
support.
won the court of public opinion, hasn't he?
Yeah. Of course, after
Which is
this,
the important thing, because if he's going to continue making movies, he needs it. He needs people to support him, because it wouldn't make a difference if he didn't, would it?
All right, again, you're looking live in...
Shut up, woman.
Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what I need you to do, I need to give the forms back to you. When you find for a defamatory statement, one or more, you need to fill out the compensatory damages. It has to be at least $1 for compensatory damages, and up to whatever you feel the damages should be.
So is that... Oh. If they feel like they
All
should
right,
get
so
any
we'll
money.
be in recess till we hear back from them. Don't go too far, okay?
Thank you.
So we're
Oh,
going to recess now.
really?
How something would come in and be like, yes, no.
Well, just as we were telling you, this could wrap up in just about 10 minutes by 3:10, 3:15. Not so fast. There was a little sidebar going on with the attorneys in the front. Apparently, the jurors didn't fill out the damages section. The judge now sending them back to complete this special verdict form, literally like a worksheet that they need to fill out. They didn't put in the
Didn't
damages
fill out the
limit.
damages one. Wasn't that like a whole part,
That's-
like the whole main
oh.
part of it?
Christ alive! They better go out and be back in 30 seconds. Yeah, so let's talk for a little bit more. We've still got plenty of time. Yeah, this is hopefully shed some light on people who are in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And I say people. I don't want people saying that I'm being sick. I say people,
Yeah.
because one of the worst things about this trial in particular has been that Johnny Depp hasn't been innocent until proven guilty. He's been guilty until
He's been
proven
proven his
innocent.
innocence.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though, and that's...
And
I
we
feel
all
like it's
know
the biggest thing from overcome is that you had...
we all know why that is, and I'm not going to say it, but because I don't want to make
Yeah.
it about sexism.
No, but I mean, it's true, though, because he's come out and he's the one that's had to say, actually, no, I'm not the abuser, I was the abused, whereas Amber Heard is trying to prove, actually, no,
Yep.
he is the abuser, and that's been the argument.
Yep.
And I think they've done well, though. I think with everything that's happened, I mean, they got an admission from her from writing the op-ed, which was kind of the big part.
Yep. Well, I mean,
All the witnesses come forward saying, you know, she has all these mental health problems, all these issues.
look at most of the evidence. It's like they've got recordings of her saying that she was hitting him, not punching him. You know, there's companies that have come out and said we didn't make that makeup brand. that the year you claimed that you were using it. It's like,
Yeah.
and then you've got even people who, like, when she claimed they'd said this or done that, they've come out and defended him, whereas when people have mentioned other people
Yeah.
in regards to her story, they don't want to come out and support her. People like Elon Musk and James
Well,
Franco.
I saw something about that. People saying, okay, so how if Johnny Depp's this like god awful evil man that you were so worried about potentially ending your life,
Kate Moss.
why is like, you know, the likes of Kate Moss,
Just
Winona
straight away.
Ryder, all of it, like his ex-wife, like all these people coming out publicly as well, they could potentially damage their own name
Exactly.
by defending him. When
That's honestly
when
the best thing about it.
When, you know, like Amber Heard's exes haven't done the same thing.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Half of her exes have come out and said that she was abusive.
Well, she was married to one woman, I can't remember her name, but she actually got arrested for domestic abuse in an airport with her ex-wife.
But she wouldn't agree.
dismissed.
She wouldn't agree with that classification of that.
She wouldn't agree with that. I know her ex-wife got it dismissed. Sorry, but still, though, I mean, she still got arrested for it, and that's still something that you have to consider.
Yeah. Yeah, he's right here in the UK. I hope all of his shows are completely sold out.
I know.
I hope he sees
just-
how much people in this country.
Hopefully, he can just
Back
like
him.
rest. I mean, bless him. It's been years that he's had to
5
go
years.
through this, and it's just it's not.
Well, he's been married to her for however many years, but it was
Yeah, but, like,
2018 when they.
He was going through the actual physical side of it, but then he had to go through the aftermath, like the mental and emotional side of it, when he was losing his jobs, he was getting all this hate.
I know.
Also, like,
Well, that's where the sort of the question that'll come after is what does he do afterwards? Because she might appeal his decision, which would be in my mind would just be complete nonsense. Just, you know, cut your losses at this point. But does he sue Disney? Does he sue Warner Brothers?
Well, isn't it? Because you don't know what kind of like cause he would have. The thing is with Warner Brothers is that they still paid him for Fantastic Beasts, didn't they? It was in his contract that should he be terminated, he still get paid for his time, and he did. So although it wasn't fair, and obviously it shouldn't have happened.
But he signed a multi-movie contract though.
Yeah, that's true. But he still did get paid for it, so I'm not sure on that sense. But
that's the thing. We don't know how.
we don't know the
Intricacies.
that one.
Is that the word you're
Yeah.
looking for?
Of the contracts and stuff, and obviously you don't know how much evidence he has.
And of American law. We don't know the intricacies
Yeah.
of American law.
I hope like something happens with. I hope he comes back to the UK and appeals the decision for the. What was it? The Sun.
The Sun, yeah.
Suing the Sun, because I mean that was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And you can actually see that they edited the photos as well of Amber Heard and make them look worse than they were. It's like, I have no shame in saying the British media just can be terrible. I'm sure all medias can be terrible, but British media is just notorious for being just blatantly cruel to people.
You can get away with a lot more in the UK. In America, identity politics is a lot
That's
worse.
like you're saying, like, there was the photos, some photos with her with bruises, which, when you think about it, I mean, she works with professional makeup artists, like, I'm sure she knows some stuff about faking bruises, you know? It's like, you can't just look at a photo and go, oh my god.
Yeah.
You know?
I tell you what, let's stop recording because I've only got so much. Not recording, talking, just recording the screen.
So yeah, hopefully a lot of lessons are learned through this trial.
Yeah, like that's honestly the best thing that can come out of it is just like, in one sense it would be good to show people exactly what men who are just accused of this kind of thing have to go through. You know, fair enough, there are people out there who should be put away for things that, you know, I'm not defending those people, but there are men, there are women, there are people out there who will do something wrong and then accuse a man of, or a woman actually, it doesn't really matter what sex, of abuse, because people straight away will just
agree.
I
I saw a thing saying that they could both the jury could decide that both of them need to pay.
Yeah. Isn't it something like he's suing her for 50 and she's suing him for 100? How would that work?
Well, she counter sued him.
So he would only have to pay her 50.
No, he would have to pay her 100 million, and she would have to pay him 50 million. That's how much though, but the jury decides how much they actually get. It has to be at least $1. And I don't know if it goes up to 50 million. I don't think it can surpass the amount.
Yeah.
I think, anyway. I'm not entirely sure on that.
Imagine, right?
I'm sorry, right, but can we just talk? If anything, whether or not you believe she abused him or he abused her, just the fact that she lied about donating to charity, I mean, I can't imagine being that kind of person.
Yeah.
And then saying in the trial that I use donated and what was the word she said? What was the exact word she said? Pledged. Donated and pledged.
Oh, well.
Synonymously.
We'll both just pledge 100 trillion pounds to...
Like, well, no, like, think of that. Like, think of those, like...
Kids?
People and kids that you promised to give this money to help them, and you're not giving it. It's like that money could, like, literally save people's lives here, like...
And it's exactly that Camille Vasquez was brilliant, because she made it abundantly clear that it wasn't during the trial, it wasn't, after she'd spent it or anything. She had that money there with her. Johnny Depp had paid it all in instalments, and she got the last instalment on a date, and she's never paid it. What else?
Fair enough if she'd paid it in increments. If she'd gone, okay, well, here's 250,000 and here's 250,000 to each, and she was paying it in small increments. I can understand that, but she was saying on interviews, like, saying, yeah, I gave it all away to charity. I didn't want anything from him. Then all these years later, it's like, you haven't paid it.
I know. And so, what else is
you
that?
Literally, you did, and she can't say she hasn't got any money, because she did Aquaman. She did Justice League. However fleeting the time was that she did it, she still did it, and she still got money from it.
She was. I know. The thing is, what else is that if not manipulating the media and people's public opinion of it to make you seem like a strong survivor of this? And she's essentially taking away from people who have survived things like this.
I know.
People who've had to go through this horrific stuff. People, as far as the evidence would suggest, like Johnny Depp, who's had to endure stuff like this. Thankfully, Johnny Depp's got, this public thing, but there are people out there who don't have that.
There are people out there that are going through this kind of situation with just he said, she said, and they haven't got all this proof, and they haven't got all these witnesses, and it's a shame, because
genuinely strong people who have survived scenarios like this.
Hopefully it'll just be, I think the best thing...
That was true. Camila Vasquez does have fans, because she's been absolutely awesome.
You see videos where they leave the courtroom and people are like
cheering for her. She's been like, when in the olden days they would go, choose your champion.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's champion has been Camila Vasquez, hasn't it?
Do you know what it is though? And I saw someone, and it was someone saying, like, Camila is literally the type of role model that people should have, compared to the likes of Amber Heard. No matter what you think of this trial, Camille is a strong woman, powerful woman that's worked for where she is, and it's really it's really good to see.
I really smell it because I'm sweating a lot. I'm nervous.
Coming in? Are they coming in?
The judge isn't in yet. Yeah, they've all been great. They've all done a really good job. Whether or not the result from this is what people want, and there's so many people who want this to be a certain result, that team should be very proud of themselves, because they've fought with absolutely everything they've had. Yeah, that whole crap with the donations That's just the worst thing a human being can do. Like, one of them's isn't one of the charities like the survivors of domestic violence, and the other one's like a children's
hospital. One of them's
hospital,
like ACLU or something like that.
which is the children's
believe.
one, isn't it?
And isn't one of them just like, isn't it just a hospital?
Yeah, I think the ACLU is the hospital for kids,
Right.
and the other one is for survivors of domestic violence.
Oh. I'm not entirely sure what they are like, but I haven't looked them up. But I'm pretty sure one of them's ACLU.
And it's like that genuinely is just a manipulation tactic, isn't it? Which tells you all you need to know.
And I'm sorry, but like on the last, I think it might have been the last day when Johnny took the stand, and she just looked like she was smirking. Did you see that? And like, you know, she looked kind of smug. I know she later said that she wasn't, but it's like that's not.
Oh, right.
It's not
Recording now.
It's not exactly paint yourself in a positive light if you sat there smirking
No.
during.
Well, the people would, say that then why is Johnny Depp been smiling and all that, and eating sweets and everything, and drawing pictures.
I probably would have been told to draw pictures, wouldn't he? Isn't that something they get you to do? So you don't react emotionally in front of the jury.
Oh, is it?
I think so.
Oh, that's cool. I never knew that.
Because when you have someone there saying, actually, no, he abused me, she abused him, or whoever,
Yeah.
it's a way to like void yourself of emotion and make you look more
Yeah.
calm, I guess.
It's I would imagine if his show's started now, do you think he's probably gonna stop the show to find out the verdict?
Might do. Wouldn't be surprised if we just like had the whole thing live
I know.
during a show.
The statement was made or published by Ms. Heard. Answer, yes.
That's
question,
just-
The statement was
Yeah, I know.
about Mr. Depp. Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false. Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp. Answer, yes. Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard. Answer, yes.
Oh.
Question, due to circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp. Answer, yes. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven, by clear and convincing evidence, that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
Yes.
2. As to
Get
the
the phone.
statement appearing in the op-ed entitled "A Transformative." Answer, yes. Has Mr. Depp proven, by a greater weight of the evidence, that, question, the statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, due to circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication
Still shaking.
to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven, by clear and convincing evidence, that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes. 3. As to this, answer, yes.
So she's lost, hasn't she? Because
As against
they said it was
Amber Heard,
unanimous.
we, the jury, award compensatory damages in the amount of $10 million. As against Amber Heard, we, the jury, award punitive damages in the amount of $5 million. In civil case number CL 2019-2911, Ms. Heard's
that
claim
mean?
against Mr. Depp. 1. As to this
So now they're
statement,
going through her
appearing
claim
in
now.
the April 8, 2020
I believe, anyway.
online edition of the Daily Mail. Quote, Amber Heard and her friends in the media use fake sexual violence allegations as both a sword and shield, depending on their needs. They have selected some of her sexual violence hoax facts as the sword, inflicting them on the public and Mr. Depp. Do you find that Ms. Heard has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, no. 2. As to this statement appearing in the April 27, 2020 online edition of the Daily Mail, quote,
It's all Johnny.
This was an ambush, a hoax. They set
It's all
Mr.
Johnny.
Depp up by calling the cops, but the first attempt did not do the trick. 10. Juror number 15. Juror number 16. Juror number 22. Juror number 27. Juror number 29.
I do find that the jury's verdict is unanimous. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes your service in this case. I want to thank you again for your dedication and your hard work during this trial, and I want to speak for everybody here.
Woo!
Tell you that we appreciate your sacrifices and your time and your public service in this matter, okay?
Oh.
So I'm going to have you go back to the jury deliberation room for one more time, and then we'll release you from there, okay?
Archie,
All right,
lie
thank you.
down. Archie, lie down. Lie down. Whoa. Alright, so what that basically means is that Johnny Depp's getting 10 million, Amber Heard's getting nothing.
So I think she still gets something, but I don't think it's from Johnny. It
It's
sounded
from
like
Waldman
it
or
was
something.
Waldman, yeah, 2 million from him. But it said something about
Nothing off Johnny
Okay.
though.
In accordance with law, I will amend the punitive damages award to the statute to all the attorneys for your professionalism, and you're
Oh,
welcome to come to
bloody-
the courtroom anytime. We'll give you a few weeks, but then you can come anytime, okay? All right. Court is adjourned.
No. That team laughed and she didn't. Oh! Bloody well done, you sausages. Well done.
Oh God.
Well done. Oh. So she's getting 2 million off this
Dear.
Waldman fellow.
I think so. They said something about Johnny getting 10 and then
10.
5. Something about 5 million. So he might.
It might be off like the newspaper.
It might be. So I think he's getting a certain amount from her.
I think he's getting 10 off her, 5 off the newspaper. Oh, well done, you bloody sausages. Yeah, that's right. You better hug each other.
I know they all just left and they're all there like
Well done. I bet they're all gonna go and
like FaceTime.
FaceTime them. Yeah. Oh, well done. Right, we'll stop recording that there. Whew.
I wasn't expecting to get so tense with
I
that.
know,
I was
neither was
kind
I.
of like,
Oh yeah.
dear.
That's a good result. I'm going to send Jack Sparrow a gif to the family.
Which one?
This is the day that you will always remember.
Yeah, Johnny Depp awarded 15 million as he wins.
Oh, yeah, well done. They all deserve to go out and have a mega pint. You know,
A mega pint. Oh,
that's been
dear
so
me.
tense. That was so tense. I'm sweating like a blooming pig.
It's good that it's finally over now.
I know.
Because that's all the internet's been for the past, like, how long? Like, it's been over a month, isn't it?
About that, yeah.
Of just, like...
Yeah, I'm just chuffed. I'm chuffed because it's a victory. It's a victory for all victims. Victory for all survivors.
Yeah.
I hate stuff. Yeah, so that was. I don't really think we need to say how
Weird
I was
video.
gonna pour a blooming mega pint of water.
This is
to
it.
celebrate. Well done, Johnny Depp.
Cheers.